Ja, wat moet investeren?
Hoeveel kost die voor het?
Wel, dat was €100, maar dat is half gesponsord door Disney. Ja, toen was het wel. Dus ik ga zien. Dat staat hier normaal op als hij ook binnen is. Normaal.
Dat is iets moeilijk om te vinden.
Oei, ja, maar ik ga zelf kijken. Oké. Misschien verlopen naar de mic uitzetten. De audio in.
Oh, is dat live bezig?
Ja, nu staat hij al live. We gaan toch zoiets iedereen naar binnen. Dus nu staat hij hier live. Hier precies nog niet. Normaal YouTube. Het belangrijkste is sowieso Facebook en de groep. Shit. Hopelijk werkt. Ja, hier zit hij ook al live. Dus ja, je zal op alleen LinkedIn misschien gaan nog niet. Zo.
En dat is via wat is dat, welk programma?
Restream, maar het is wel OBS die dat daar naartoe stuurt, dus zoals de vorige keer.
Ah, maar je doet dat door een ander kanaal mee of zo?
Ja, dat is OBS en stuurt dat naar hier en dat verzendt dat eigenlijk naar al die...
En wat was het voordeel daarvan?
Omdat je het dan naar meerdere kanalen tegelijkertijd kunt doen.
Oké, ja.
Er zit er ook wel een chat in, dacht ik. Dat is hier wel afvolgen, denk ik. Ja, nee.
Als er iets is, moet je gewoon via Facebook Messenger sturen.
Mensen kunnen via een chat, maar ik heb dat alleen nog niet uitgeprobeerd. Zo. Iemand die staat in de live. Mocht je het gewoon maar in de gaten kunnen houden, je mag het gewoon hier staan als je dat makkelijker zijn.
Ja.
Gewoon maar in de gaten houden, moest je om een keer uitvallen of zo. Normaal gaan het niet. Dat is...
Vandaag op
tabblad veranderen. Een andere tabblad. Ja. gebruik je nu nog? Ah, dat OBS. Moet ik niet internet fancy, maar andere tablet.
Snap je niet? Zonder tabblad.
Ja. Niet internet, letterlijk andere programma.
Welke programma wil je?
OBS.
Hoezo?
Ah, hier. Hoe doe je?
Zo. Nee. En dan, als je terug wil, doe je zo. Kies je wit maken. Zo.
Ah, naar boven.
En met je 3 vingers. Oh, ja.
Waar was het?
Of al terug gewoon op krom klikken. Onderaan.
Maar. Chrome?
Ah. Dat je Google Chrome, ja.
Ik weet niet.
Wat heb je nu nodig?
Terug internet.
Wel, hier.
Dat?
Klikken.
Ah. Ah ja, zo.
Wat je nou met snappen?
Huh? Like? Wat is er wel? Dat is die OBS, kijk dan. Dat is die, waar ze overal livestreamen. Je weet dat als je op YouTube checkt,
Ja.
dat is maar OBS.
Dan kan je via YouTube zelf luisteren.
Ja, dat is nu ook op YouTube
Ah, ja.
en op Facebook. Dus er is nu 1 viewer op Facebook.
En ook op YouTube ook.
Ja, hier.
Dus als ik nu voor de camera
Ja,
sta,
ja, je bent live. Hè. Kijk. Dat is eigenlijk niet zo scherp, maar nu is het wel scherp. Dat is blijkbaar met een nieuw programma, ik weet niet. Oh. Ja. Nu is het moment om je brand te markten.
dat is maar 1 viewer. Als ik toch geen viewer bleef.
Nee, de Barcelona groepen. Maar dat is eigenlijk niet zo scherp. Voor een bot. Ja. Ja, dat lijkt eigenlijk scherp. Hè. Ja. Heb ik dat al verteld? Ja, ik had er... Die zei zo... Dat is wat Joachim van de stage voor de stage.
Ah. Ja.
Wat is het? Wat zeg je? Matthias? Matthias? Oké. Dat is niet echt zo scherp. Is dat een probleem?
Ja, misschien. Ga je dat de donker als er jou het licht uit doet?
Ja, als je het dicht houdt, is dat scherp. Het is zo
Ja.
instaan.
Maar dichter zeggen.
Ja?
Een beetje moet je aan het spreken in was.
Ja, dat is zo.
Hello everybody. Hello. Hello everybody, welcome at our first SEO Benelux meeting from Brussels. This is the first one in English, it's not always good that I will be speaking today, so excuse me for that. Important thing, we have a Twitter hashtag, so if you post some pictures, please add the hashtag to it. If you post quotes from speakers and so on, add the hashtag, so we can get some buzz on Twitter. A short story about how I started with the SEO Benelux, because there are some new people here. It was a long time ago when I worked as a developer. I started making websites, custom websites, and but that custom website wasn't always findable in Google and other search engines. So I was looking at that and trying new things. Even the website broke sometimes, but the SEO was good, so that was a plus for me. And 1 year later, I decided to go to start as an SEO specialist, so I could bash on developers myself because other people did that on me, and so I can do that. That was more fun. But there was one moment where we're located in Bruges. There are not much SEOs in Bruges. I didn't have much connections. Some people on LinkedIn, some people from America. And you have questions. You have a lot of questions about SEO. It's always, everybody says it depends. It depends on this or this, but you don't know something exactly. And you have Twitter search in general, but they're all American, they're all British, and some rules that work in the United Kingdom and the USA don't apply here, like some kind of link building techniques and so on. They still work here, unfortunately. But yeah, that was the problem with these platforms. Also, like I said, Bruges, yeah, it's like the other side of Belgium. If you come from Brussels, you're not going to Bruges, it's too far. Only for maybe the medieval buildings and so on, but that's mostly Chinese people. So I launched a post on LinkedIn asking people who want to cooperate and do a collab on a Facebook group and see if this will be something that gets buzz on the internet. And I had a lot of interesting, I had a lot of likes, and I had a lot of comments, like 296 comments. So it started growing also, and we are now with more than 2,500 members for the Facebook group. So that's a lot. It's a lot of them are from the Netherlands also, like 2/3 are from the Netherlands, so we're also doing meetups in the Netherlands because of that. And there are a lot also from Brussels. The previous meetup was in Ghent, but I wanted to do one in Brussels also because there are a lot of nice companies here, a lot of SEOs we didn't get to our meetups. And they have a lot of knowledge to share, so that's why we are in Brussels now. There are also a lot of vacancies for Stepstone, Radisson Hotels, Swordlist, and so on. And I wanted to do better than the politicians here in Belgium who try to separate the French speaking from the Dutch speaking. So let's not do what they are doing. And welcome to the club for the French speaking. We have mostly Dutch speaking people, so it's cool to have some French speaking people also. I forgot to fill in the free Wi-Fi, but they're on the paper over there, I think, and also in the room. I think it's the decentral guest and connects me now with capital letters C, B, from the B and the now, so with capital letters. Serve yourself a drink if you want, and there's pizzas incoming. If the biker can carry 30 pizzas, so. Short planning of today. So there is a first presentation from Lisbeth from VDAB. Then we have a really short break. Then Ken de Waal from Bpost will do a presentation, and then we have like the details coming in. And then there is a panel on local SEO with Olivier, Nicolas, Xavier, and Stéphanie. And then you can do some networking and drinks also. And if there is some pizza left, you can take that also. One big thanks to our sponsors, Universum, Verbolia, Visio, where I work for, and Content King. Steven from Content King couldn't be here because he had a lot of work, and coming from the Netherlands, he loses a lot of time, unfortunately. I work for Visio. It's a Visio and SEO company in Bruges. That's the whole, not the whole team you see here. There's one person missing, but he is here, Thomas. Raise your hand if you can do it. And I think there is one other person is also here. We work for a lot of nice companies that give us a lot of experience and SEO. I can get cheaper, but we have nice clients, I can say. No, I will leave the word to Verbolia to do a sponsor intro. Do you need? Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I make it short because it's supposed to be a commercial presentation, but I hope it's still an interesting commercial presentation for you. So I'm Kevin here, I'm the CEO and founder of Verbolia. Verbolia is a very young company, so we started 1 year ago, but we think we have something quite interesting. I just want to make a very short introduction to what we are doing. I usually start my presentations by explaining a little bit what SEO is. I hope I don't have to do that here today. So I'll skip to the second slide immediately. And I'm just putting myself in the skin of like a CEO of a company that owns a big website, and he wants to improve his SEO. So what will he do for that? Usually he will hire someone like you, an SEO expert, an acquisition manager, maybe an external SEO agency. And this agency or these experts, they will do a lot of analysis, they will check a lot of things, they will probably be very creative, and they will come up with nice recommendations, like an audit. And then, sometimes it's a bit of a problem, because I, CEO of a company, I paid an agency or someone who's giving me some recommendations. It's very nice, I know that I have to do it, but now I already paid 10,000 euro for that, and now I need to implement it. So I need to pass it to my IT department, and my IT department sometimes doesn't have the time to do it. Sometimes they are not skilled to do specifically SEO things. Sometimes there's a CMS or a platform that is really, really not flexible. It takes forever, and in the end, you don't get what you want. And that's a bit annoying. Luckily, we come up with a solution. And the idea here with Verbolia, we founded Verbolia with that idea, is we developed a technology to automatically create the perfect SEO landing pages on the website of our customers. And it comes with several interesting things. The first one being that the pages, they are really integrated in the website of our customer. So our engine will generate pages that are hosted by us, but they appear on the domain of our customer with the reverse proxy. And we always copy the look and feel of the customer. So the landing pages, of course, they match exactly the look and feel of the customer. The good thing is that it's a plug-and-play solution, so it's compatible with any technology, and it doesn't require any involvement of an IT department. So it's really a tool for the SEO expert. Instead of going to his IT department, which can be a bit heavy sometimes, we offer the possibility to work with an engine that generates landing pages. Another very interesting thing is that we don't just create a couple of landing pages. Our idea is to really build something really nice with some building blocks that we have. For example, we have content generators that works pretty well, some examples. We use also a lot of techniques in order to maximize the SEO traffic. So, for example, we analyze the logs. So this is completely automated, of course. We analyze logs. With the log analysis, we detect if some pages are not crawled, and then we will promote these pages. So we have like dynamic internal link between the pages. So in the end, we put together a lot of little blocks of technology that makes it really scalable. For our biggest customer, we generate 1 million landing pages every day. And that is really self-optimizing, and in the end, that brings maximum of traffic to our customers. Long-tail traffic, I'm sure you know what it is. And the way we work, we will actually plug into the data of the customer. We will gather some information. If we take, for example, a real estate website, we will get the access to the properties. We use these properties. We add some external content if we can. I'll show an example. And then with that, we create a page or a set of pages, usually a lot of pages. And then these pages, they go live. We analyze what's happening. The algorithm will change some things in the pages, observe, and then in the end, we just get to a perfect landing page as we And in the end, we solved 3 pains of a lot of SEO experts or companies acting on the web. Is that SEO is usually a priority and increasing in complexity. IT departments do not have a lot of time, and content is usually a big focus. And with our content generation techniques, we are able to generate a lot of different descriptions for the same property, for example, for the same item, for the same product, so that we can reuse it in several places. And of course, the contents are also optimized for SEO. So we started the company 1 year ago, and we started to have quite some customers with big names like NG or Budgetaire or Malte, if you know in France. And we start to have the attraction in several countries in the world. I just wanted to give one kind of example of one page that we generate with our engine. So our customers called Meeting Package. Basically, it's a website where you can book meeting rooms. It's a website marketplace to book meeting rooms. And this is an example of a page for meeting room with Wi-Fi in London or something like this. And you see that the page we create is not like keyword stuffing or anything. It's a real page with a real experience, with real content. All the content that you can see there. This is a real page that is live. I mean, it's live since yesterday, I think, so it's a brand new one. Where you can see we put listings there with purely generated content. So all these contents, they do not exist anywhere else on the web. You see listings, and then you see also some other things that we integrate on the page, like for example here. What we do is we crawl the web, usually TripAdvisor in this case, to find interesting things like a restaurant in this case, and then we will extract some information about these restaurants, and then we will generate a new description for the restaurant. And the idea here is to enhance the semantic context of the page, to have not only meeting rooms, which is what our customer is providing, but also interesting things for the user. And the interesting part is that here, this description of restaurants, they change every day, because it's generated by an algorithm, so we can change every day the text, and we can change every day all the images that we need. But in the end, we get an interesting page for the user, an interesting page for Google, and the pages we create, of course, they are really focused on SEO. So everything is really dedicated to improving the for our customers. So I promise to be quick, 5 minutes. So feel free if ever you want to discuss what we do. I'd be happy to help you. Thank you.
I will do a short word about Universum. So I'm Oliver, one of the co-founders of Universum. We are a digital marketing agency based in Brussels and Namur. We are a team of 30 specialists with 3 expertise. The first one is SEO, where I started to do it in 2007 with my e-commerce website. And we added over time paid advertising and analytics. So we are happy today to support this initiative to share knowledge and to level up the SEO level in Belgium. That's the goal, I think, of the group, and that's one of the values of the company. So I'm sure that Stephanie will say good words later today. So enjoy the evening.
Hello everyone. Hi. I'm Lisa Vergelder. I work at VDMB. I'm the SEO and Google Analytics expert there. VDMB is the public employment service. We are part of the Flemish government. And we have over 100 locations spread throughout Flanders where people can come by for advice. I couldn't put them all on the slides because they only show the 25 first results. I want to share some tips and tricks with you today that I've learned using Google My Business, and I hope you can take away some good advice to use your own Google My Business. The first one is how to set up Google My Business without any stress. When we set up our Google business account a few years ago, my colleague, she did all the work and she started pinpointing all our locations and then claiming them and getting them verified using the postcard methods and entering the code. That was a lot of work. And then we found out that we could use the location group, which is much easier to work with. So I would advise you, if you have more than 10 locations, immediately use the location group. And if you have different companies, then you can order them in different location groups, which is nice. The problem was also that she used her own professional account to verify all the locations. So if you can, immediately use a generic account that multiple people have access to. Because when she switched jobs, I had to take over, and it was impossible to verify all the 110 locations on my name. It stops after 100 locations. Don't know why. So I spent a lot of time on the phone with Google in Dublin. So that was really not so much fun. So if you can put it on a generic account, that's a real time saver. Also, the verification account is always nice to have. If you have a new location that you want to add, you don't have to do it anymore by the postcard code. You just export all of your locations, you put a next line with a new location on there, you import it again, and then it gets verified immediately. So that's a great way to use it. You can also give multiple people access to your account. If I'm on a holiday, I would like someone else to make sure that everything is okay, and if there are some changes that they can do it. I don't want to come back from my holiday doing that. So we have a few owners that own the account, and also some administrators. Apart from the generic account, I'm also an owner with my professional address. You can also give access on location level, which is a great way to make sure that the people in the region can adapt their own locations. Unfortunately, we don't use that at VDAB because it takes a lot of skill from the people in the region to adapt the locations, and we have many locations, but we don't have enough people that can adapt those locations in the correct way. So we have the rule that all the transformations go by me. Also because we really want the correct information for our customers, not only on our Google My Business platform, but also on our website. So if a person in the region would adjust the opening hours, for example, and wouldn't give the information to me, then on our website we would have the wrong information, and then things go wrong. You can imagine, I suppose. Also, if you want to add some holidays or closing dates, it's important that you really do that for the location so that your customers always have the correct information at hand. Maybe it's also a good thing to create a good internal flow. As I was saying, people have to give the information to me, but it's not always easy to find my name. We have over 5,000 employees at VDAB, and not everyone knows that they have to find me to give the information. If people have any suggestions how we can make that better, that would be nice. But it's not easy to get all the correct information, but we try in this way to to get all the information. I also sent out some emails to the team leaders now and then to make sure that they know my name and that they will email me. As you may know, Google My Business is a community-based platform, which means that everybody that uses Google Maps can make adjustments to a location, or add a location, or add pictures, or change the opening hours of your location. And that's a good thing, because if the location hasn't been claimed by any company yet, then they can make sure that you are found in Google Maps. But when you're an owner of a location, the updates are not really very helpful sometimes. So I try to check them once a week, at least once a week, to see if there are some updates that I have to adjust. And then if I'm not sure if it's the correct update, I call my local person and ask, is this correct, or what has happened? But usually it's something that someone put there for no reason at all. I also try to check Google Maps once or twice a year for duplicate locations. For me, that's a never-ending story, as you may see here. We have VDAB, but we also have Werk Window, and we also have this one, and that's a local person that has created this location. They know that they have to report to me, but they keep on making the other one. So every now and again, I tell Google that this one is a duplicate, and that one is the correct one, and then it gets removed, and then it pops up back again. So that's a lot of fun doing SEO. Also, you can get a lot of reviews on your location, and that's really good. If you get good reviews, it's always fun to be appreciated. If you get bad reviews, that's also not a problem, because you can use it to better your service, which is good. And it's important to answer them. Unfortunately, you don't get any messages, or don't get any, how do you call it? Notifications that there has been a review. So at VDAB we don't answer them now. And that is sad.
Did you get notifications in the app?
Yeah, because I didn't pinpoint the locations myself. For some reason I don't get the notifications.
Normally in the app you get the notifications.
Yeah, but that's a good one. I will check it. With the Q&A we have a bit of the same problem. Because we are the public employment service, we sometimes invite people over to come and have a conversation about how they are looking for a job, and if they are doing their best and stuff like that. Sometimes people cannot come, and then they post it in the Q&A, and they say, I won't make it to the appointment. Is that a problem? And then we don't see it, and then we don't answer, and then they could get in trouble. So it's a good way for the community to interact and to get some advice about the location, but it's not always very helpful, I find. So if you have any suggestions about that also, that would be nice. Apart from that, of course, Google My Business is a great way to get brand promotion. You can use logos, pictures, and if someone looks up your location or your brand, they will find a nice piece in the SERPs, so they can really see your brand and visualize what you are doing. You can also use the posts, or try to or put events in there, or if you have special offers, things like that. Really make use of those things. I mainly use it to tell people that we are closed for a week, for example, and then they immediately see it as a post, which is nice, because if people know then then they won't be in front of a closed door. And the best part is, and for me, it's for free. so you don't have to pay for it yet, maybe. So really use these types of exposure. The last thing I would like to share about exposure is that you can really think out of the box and try to get as much exposure as you can possibly get. We have at our website a lot of job offers, and job offers are location-based, and we make landing pages for those job offers based on the city or the province where the job offers are. Google has picked that up, and if you are looking for VDAB, he will give not only the closest location, but he will also give the landing page with all the jobs nearby, which is really great. So if you work for a company or you work in a company that has products that can be location-based, maybe you can use them to create a page that Google will understand to be location-dependent, and then they will show it in the search results as well.
It was a search query used there.
VDAB Leuven.
Okay.
Yeah. So that works. That was all I had to tell you as tips and tricks. I hope you learned something. Are there any more questions?
Any question? How to tackle, I know that we have a lot of events going on and trainings going on.
Yes.
How do you use My Business locations for this?
We don't use it yet. It would be nice if we could give the management to the team leaders in the locations itself, and then they could put the events in there, or the communication officers, and they could put the events in there. But for now, that doesn't work yet. We have an event system on our website, and it is coming out of Google as well, but not with the locations. Yeah, we are a bit limited by our own, how do you call it, magnitude? No. Some other questions?
Regarding reviews, if you have, for example, like a lot of bad reviews, you need people that can be empathic or that can stay positive. Do you have some rules about that? About how you have to have? How you can stay on, like, you can stay neutral, very neutral, that doesn't help.
Yeah.
Sometimes. You can also have people that just reach out and then you have to fight.
Yeah. As I said before, we don't respond to reviews yet, but we have a social media team, and they respond to all the reactions on our social media, and I can assure you they are not always happy. If the person who asked the Q&A question and came late for the meeting and didn't get an answer and then puts it on social media, I can assure you that's a lot of capitals. But they are trained to respond in the correct way, and we also have two social media officers. If the team doesn't know how to respond, then they will fill in the gap.
You said it was a maximum of 100 locations.
Well, we have 121 locations, but if you want to migrate the locations from a verified account to another account, then there's a maximum of 100 locations. And when I asked Google why, they just said, oh, I don't know what. And then I had to put in the locations once again. So.
Did you get in contact with Google? And find the right word?
Yeah, I just, we made some remarks that it wasn't working. There's a field in Google My Business where you can post your remarks. And then, well, at VDAB we don't have access to call from our phones to a phone number in the, a foreign phone number. So then I just waited until they called me, and then they called me again, and then they didn't have the answer, and then I told them to make make sure that they had an ethical weekend. It went on for a few months.
If you look in the support questions, you go deep down, you can find a number.
I have.
I have the number now.
Yes, but I couldn't call it because I wasn't allowed to go. Yeah, that's also another problem. But they did help me, and they were supportive, and they found it a difficult, interesting question. Someone else? No? Yeah, thank you.
Our next presentation is from Barbie and Ken, so about local sales and international.
I left Barbie at home, but I can. Right. Hello everybody, my name is quite clear now. You probably saw in the, let's say, agenda that we're going to talk about international local SEO, and you saw the post, and you probably wondered, it doesn't add up. It is 100% correct. That's why I'm going to show you what came before, that will make it a lot clearer. So I started like 4 years ago at Prospect. There's some ex-colleagues in the room. And afterwards I switched to the Radisson Hotel Group. You know, for some of you, here around the corner there's Radisson Blue, a bit further. I was responsible for Europe and Africa, around 450 hotels, and globally it has around 1,400. And you can imagine, as I explained, GNB for VAB in Belgium is important. But for a company like Radisson Hotel Group, it is not important, but it is a dire situation. And if that doesn't work, you lose, I'm not going to say numbers, but a lot of revenue. So it was very, very important, and the majority of my time just was spent on local SEO. So we're going to talk a bit about that too. I just started Bpost 1 month ago, so I know everything about bad reviews. Don't check don't check the GMBs yet, but it will be improved. Alright, maybe some of you local SEO is very known, others maybe had to Google it. I did it for you, so it's a bit easier. You know all these names like Moz and Natures, you can read what it's about. In essence, for me, it is, you have a query with a geo modifier, whatever that is, if it is your local kitchen or household or a city or a country, doesn't really matter. And you have something that you service in that area. It doesn't necessarily have to be a location. A plumber who services a bigger location can also do local SEO in his neighboring town or whatever it is. Alright, I think Lisbeth summed up GMB perfectly. Thank you very much, Lisbeth. That is the core. I'm not going to go into too much details because Lisbeth already did that. But if you think about international SEO, do you think about something else besides GMB? Anybody an idea?
No, for sure.
That's a very good one. Let's start on the other side, search engine wise. Bing places. Anybody know that? I know Bing is like non-existent in Belgium, but if you go to the States, for example, it's still around 30% or something. Bing places, it is in essence the same thing as GMB, just as everything with Bing works not as good. And it's very limited in location wise. So for example, I think Belgium is not powered. There are certain locations like in Saudi Arabia, they don't push their locations. So it's much more limited than GMB. Very English focused America. This might sound familiar to you. Baidu, Places as well, also exist. This one maybe little. Yandex Craft or Yandex Places. These two are very tricky because there's Mr. Putin and I don't remember the Chinese guy. They are behind this, not easy to optimize. Dive in a bit later on it. Then, very good. Social media is also local. There are Facebook location pages, for example, where you give your address, your phone number, all these kind of things. Also important, that is optimized. Then I know the second one, the second logo on the right. It's a data aggregator called Factual. It's very, very big in the US. So there's a lot of companies who need local data. Think about GPS systems, think about many examples. But there's not there for GPS systems. They do the technology, but for a car, we buy the data to power it. Factual is a company that delivers that data. In the US, there are 4 or 5 big ones. In Europe, it's much smaller, but if you work on an international level, you cannot forget this. Because GPS systems and stuff, they will not work with your data. You know how crucial it is. And TripAdvisor, whatever it is, of course. Very, very important. GMB, you all know this. This is from a hotel. I deliberately didn't take a run some blue or whatever. I took a competitor. I'm quite sure you probably all know what it is and what you can modify. Is there anything that you think on this slide that we cannot modify? Or at least Google says it. This, for example. So the reviews, we cannot modify it. That's fine. This here. So the star of your hotel, which you would say, eminent, let's leave it in. You cannot give it in GMB. Also, Google just puts it there. It sorts it from some. 3-star, 4-star, 5-star. Description. You can probably change that. For hotels, you can't. This is not changeable. This is sourced from booking, from other things. Just put there. No clue why. I have a clue why. It's mainly this. So you know what this is? Anybody booked a hotel yet? Hotel ads. Google hotel ads. Another way for people to make more money. Here the hotel itself, but also Booking.com, any other local travel agency, you can put their rates. Google displays it and you can book on their website. Pay per click. And then there is this one with the highlights. The questions, I think, is a super thing. First came on the mobile, then they said, let's put it on desktop as well, make sure it's out there. Does anybody ever seen this in the GMB dashboard? It's not there. So, people can ask you questions, everybody can answer, but you. So it's not in your GMB dashboard. So what you have to do is you have to go into Google your own hotel or whatever you have, log in with your GMB, because actually you're not the owner, and then reply to the question. So, see where I'm going? Google is not making it very easy for us, although this is very important information. This is, for these kind of hotels, revenue driver in the tens of percentages, not 1 or 2. This button, website, very, 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 very important. Now, why is it so important as well? Because you might say, okay, I type VDAB and I get the VDAB, makes sense. But in a very, very competitive space like the hotel industry, you type the generic hero term, hotel plus destination. What is the first thing you see? The local pack. And what is being needed? Not the Roddy's Hotel Group, I can assure you. It's Booking.com, it's TripAdvisor, it's all the e-commerce monsters of this world. This is the only way that we, the smaller ones, can be there. Because a Booking.com, a TripAdvisor, or a Yelp or whatever, cannot have this. Only the one who owns the business. So brand awareness-wise, this is crucial because these things are typed hundreds of thousands of times a month. So if you are here, you are the winner. If you're not there, you have to do some more publicity. And this is not only because I'm talking internationally, it's not just for hotels and stuff. If you, for instance, would say, I would like to buy a bike, I added Leuven there because I couldn't get it out. If your location settings are on, and you type it on your mobile, and you're, for instance, in Brussels, and you want to buy a laptop, you will show you first the laptop stores near you, and afterwards the Cool Blues, Bol.coms, and other monsters, Amazons of this world. So if you have a physical location, this is again crucial from a visibility perspective. Am I saying that this will drive your revenue? I can assure you it doesn't, because it's new. It's in the beginning of the stage, nobody is going to buy it yet, but it does give you imprint in the brain. So, very, very, very. Of course, Google My Business is the one. It's especially in Belgium, the predominant search engine is the one you always have to be. It's the focus you have to have in the beginning. Don't start with Yelp or something else. It doesn't make much sense. Make sure that your GMP is up to date. I think Elizabeth explained almost everything. I would like to highlight two specific things, and after I'll give some additional tips and tricks. The data that Google gives you. You have, in the Insights tab, you've probably seen it already. There is first the search views, discovery views, afterwards the direct search, discovery search. All right. We did some research to it. Don't believe what is there. Okay. It's very, very important to figure it out by yourself. Oh, that look is it. Why is that? Because this button, if you click this button and you click a blue link in the SERP, in essence, it is an organic click. There is no difference. But if you add a parameter, unfortunately it's blue, but you see here behind the question mark, and you can do it like an SEA campaign, UTM tag, you will be able to differentiate your clicks from the GMB to the normal search. And you will be surprised how many stuff will come out.
It even ends up in Google Search Console.
Yep, exactly. Has a separate URL. Yeah. But it's then Google support. Thank you very much for initiating this. But Google support is the worst support in the world. My boss was saying it, but it's really, really, really bad. Predominantly based in India. I'm very cool that you got into Dublin. I always talk to Indian people, and usually they know their product worse than I do. Okay. I'm going to give you a concrete example, Elizabeth. This is, I think, very important for you. Google will tell you, because I saw the VDAB, they will tell you, do not put a geo modifier in your GMB, because all your VDABs are VDAB. Is there a VDAB Leuven, VDAB also?
VDAB competences.
They tell you, do not put a geo modifier. They remove it. You always have the same. They will tell you. They tell you this. It's weird though, because here is the example. Hilton Antwerp. Or later use an example of Quick. Quick has all of it. Why do they have it and we don't?
Well, I think because I wanted to get them verified, I had to remove them. But now that I'm verified, I can put them back.
They might take them away again. But what I want to say is that you need to talk to the right person. And there are people who know. You just need to know how to reach them. But in essence, as I said in GMB, in the hotel thing, there's a lot of things you cannot change. But in the end, we managed to change everything. You just need to really be persistent, and having a very powerful SEA campaign helps a lot. The more money you spend, the more you Okay, now you said it before, like GMB, how long you don't have to pay for it. I think we probably all read a bit that Google is doing, like they had a survey and they said, are you willing to pay for these things? Are you willing to pay for Google Posts? Are you willing to pay for questions and answers and all these kind of things? I think we will be in the near future. It will not take that much anymore. Google is of course all about making money. And everybody who has their phone, I advise you to do one thing, just Google at this moment a city. And you will see this. The travel guide, which is a bit in the bottom of the screen, which will lead you to this, which is powered only and solely by Google My Business. Not only for restaurants, but also for landmarks, because there's the Google guides who are very, they get points or whatever, and they make, here is a statue, here is this. Also by the community, and they use this for this. Your entire trip you can plan and pay with Google. Everything, from your taxi, to your flight, to your hotel, to your return, whatever you want, no problem. The only problem that they currently have are these people. Because these people make most money out of this. And they make most money out of this by paying Google. They spend billions on SEA and other campaigns. So what Google is, I think, now trying to do is, what should we do? Should we go into that space and my best clients are gone? Or what should we do? But I don't think it will take that long. They are entering it. They already, I think, made Google Pay accessible for certain things that you can pay with it. So I would say don't wait too long, but if you have some budget available, put it aside, because I think you'll have to pay for certain stuff in the near future. Few takeaways before we go into the more tips and tricks things. GMB is crucial, but it's not. As I said, don't only think about GMB. Think about your social media. Think about, for your business, where are there directories, for example? Where are there things that my location information is mentioned? I'm talking about NAP data, name, address, phone number. Make sure that you are present as much as you can. Make them manually if you can. I can assure you it works. The more your information is out there, the more it is consistent, the more you will be found and the more you will be seen. Consistent is very important. And I'm talking about the phone number. Don't put +32 1 and the other one 0. It's different. Put it always the same. Make sure it's always the same. Because Google will read and say, might be different. Maybe I'm not sure. So very, very important. Local landing page, crucial. I think that's a gift. And maybe not very local rated, markup, schema. There's a lot of schema related to geographic positions, geo things. You name it, you can do a lot with it. Don't forget about it. Make sure you work on it. For me, an SEO and technical SEO schema is the next big thing. Explore it and try to go as deep as you can. I just feel that people don't really know yet what and how to do it. So, how to do this on international level? Do I have to go 450 location pages on Facebook? Do I have to go to Factual, Yelp, TripAdvisor and update all of this manually? That's not possible for me alone. It was a bit difficult. But luckily, there are tools who have jumped on this aspect in the market and will help you with this and ask a lot of money for it. Or there are local SEO agencies. Weirdly enough, in Europe, there are not many. But if you go to the American side, there are plenty of them. Things like White Spark and all these kind of things. So focused solely and only on local SEO. You give them money and they will make you directories, they will make you NFTs, whatever you want. And if you want to do it yourself, but you don't want to go into every listing, the GMB API is for free. Just make sure you have some kind of developer or data guy next to it so he can help you. In essence, you can do a lot yourself, you just need to invest time. Tool-wise, anybody know any of these companies? Nobody? All right. Quick intro then. I'm not paid by this company. This is the biggest one, Yext. Market leader by far, been in the run for a long time. Their core business is they have a lot of API connections with 200 directories globally, mainly big international players. So, and they started out like this. So they started by going to directories and saying, I'll pay you, give me API connection, then I can push the data on my consumers. Very expensive. This is a similar one, started later in Berlin, Uberall, very, very European focused. This is very American and English focused. This is European focused. Less directories, but does approximately the same as this. Very new player, localistical, focuses on 5, Facebook, Google, Bing, and I forgot the other ones, but 5 big ones. And then localized, it's a Belgian company, anybody ever heard about it? It works as a Google reseller a bit. It's more like Google Cloud and Google Apps and all these kind of things. But it also has a product to manage your GMBs if you would have a lot. So if you say, okay, I cannot manage reviews, or for instance, I don't want to give access to my account to all my different locations, these platforms can say, I give only access to this location and I only want him to reply to Q&A. No problem. They can only devise that. And also they can bring in all your information together. Imagine you have 100 locations, all your insights, all your clicks, everything combined into one platform. You can filter, you can do other things. So it's actually quite powerful. And the biggest plus for me for these kind of things is that the Google updates. Because they have the API connection, they guarantee that whatever is in the platform overrides what the user will do. And you can see also what the user does. But it will never be adapted, because once the user puts it in, they override automatically with what you already have. And normally you don't have to every week check your updates. But again, they're all paid services. It's not free. And as for SES things, it can be quite expensive. Very quickly, some tips and tricks, and then I finish it up. Google Posts. Does anybody work for Quick? Because as Nick said, Google Posts are not available in bulk. So you have to do it per location. You cannot do it if you have more than 10. But these people do it. And I checked many Quicks. I know. I really wonder how they do it. And you see they also have the G modifier there. Bastards. I would ask me around, I have no clue how they do. I'm trying to find a solution as well, but no. They have it for everything. And it's not possible if you have an account for more than 10. So, well done, or manual job, I don't know, possible. Citation building is in essence what Yext or Uberall will do. You will give them information about your location, and they will push it through API to their listings they have, to their directories. You can also do this manually. And especially if you work on an international level, and if you think about the American and the Russian market, there are a lot of small directories that still have a which is a big domain authority or have a big importance. Manual submission will help and will get you right. Don't forget the consistency. Important. This is maybe not that relevant, but still I think it's very important. A knowledge panel, GMB in essence is a bit of a knowledge panel. You all have worked for a brand probably. If you type your brand, you get on the right your knowledge panel with the information. You can claim that knowledge panel with your GSC account. I've seen in Radisson that makes a difference also for your GMB visibility. Once we did it, suddenly it increased. I didn't have the magic, but just that tip today. Consistency, I already talked about that. All right. I talked in the beginning about Yandex Graph and Baidu Maps. Okay. Don't start doing stuff manually. We did everything manually for 4 Russian locations, 100 Russian locations. 2 months later, they overwrote everything again themselves with information they found. You need a personal relationship and preferably somebody who speaks Russian. That's the thing. You work with files with them and stuff, but you see that there is some kind of influences. It's very, very important that you have that connection. Reply to everything, reviews, reply as much as you can. It helps a lot. You will see bad, worse, doesn't matter. Don't start with removing your bad reviews. Trust me, it's a nightmare with the support. They will first say, no, we can't. And then maybe if you push, they will try to look into it. But it's really, really difficult. Unless you have proof that person was never there or we cannot teach them. Just reply, be polite, make sure to say, okay, we understand. Make a story out of it so that people who read the review also read the reply. But reply because in the GMB dashboard, 100, the rest is gone. So don't wait to it if you have a lot of meetings. Both verification is tweets or postcards. I also did it in the beginning. Big rookie mistake. Don't do it, especially in countries like the Middle East or something. A postcard just does not arrive there. So the postman doesn't really work for it. So both verification is crucial. And this is what I talked about in the beginning. So don't take no for an answer if you contact support. Because in essence, everything is possible. I am the living proof of it. We change almost everything. You just need to find the right person and put your money on the table, meaning your SEA campaign will definitely help. There you go. Any questions?
Yes. You discussed the different search engines, but did you do anything for other maps providers? For example, Google Maps, Apple Maps?
Yeah, Waze, Apple Maps, here, it's like the GPS provider. We did that because we work with Yext, for example. So Yext has an API and a connection with them to push all that data. Manually, almost impossible because they have these answer forms, go on the website. If you see something wrong with my map, please, or you never hear anything, or they contact you 5 months later. The problem is that it's not their core business. They don't really care. Besides Waze and maybe Apple Maps neither. The Apple Maps, the only thing I can tell you, they have a very close relationship with Yelp. So usually, if your Yelp is good, normally your Apple Maps should be fine. That's the only tip that I can do. But for this, doing that manually, it's an impossible job because there's so many. So I use tools to do that, which usually works well.
Next is that when you quit paying, they pull your.
To be honest, I don't know because I left and the contract was still going. But that's the common, let's say, thing on the internet is that they have a lot of problems. Now, Yext is also a very sales-oriented organization. It exploded in 5 years. It became a very, very big company. It is really, really big. So they also go after the one location kind of things. They told me when I did this argument, they say we don't change it back, but Google does. That's what they told me. They say, okay, we leave it as it is, but because it's that inconsistent, then suddenly it starts changing. I don't have the answer for you, but I tend to believe that they might do it. I think if you're a good provider, a big company, I don't think you have to worry, but the smaller the volume, the more chance you have of them actually doing it.
Do you know about localize? If you work with them and because I can understand if they want you to pay every month a fee and then they hold your hostage,
I never work with localized, I don't really know. So I don't, but I think you have to indeed be careful. It's a very, very good remark that you made. What we always did is keep a backup of your data, meaning that whatever you put in, because what they say is put all your data on our platform, don't look at your GMB. You can even lock your Google Link places account. You can write an email to Link, say, block my account, only trust Yext or Figaro or whatever it is. No problem. But make sure that the data you have in the Yext platform, that you have it somewhere before you create them, because at least you can put them in a different platform, or afterwards you can manually update it. That would be my guess, but it isn't used. Yeah.
You were talking about citation building using a service like Lightspark. What's your opinion on, is it important for you, let's say, if you have locations here in Belgium, that you are using local citations? Or can they be international? What is your view on that?
What I tell you is that I had an American counterpart in Madison, so I did the European side. There was an American colleague as well. In this market, it makes a big difference because you have a lot of small directories, universities, governments. They all have these things on their website. In Europe, I tried in Russia. I tried a bit in the Balkan area. I never tried in Belgium, to be honest, because Russia is just too small. It's not where a lot of money comes out of. I still think it is important. I saw that it makes a difference in the Belgian market.
You mean location is?
Yes. What I mean with citations is, for example, make it very concrete. You have a business here, and the bakery is there. If you can be mentioned on that bakery, and you can be mentioned in the Evo shape or whatever, you can be mentioned in things around you. If can also link back to you, even better. You create some kind of atmosphere where Google says, okay, he's not only saying he's here, also that one is saying he's here, that one is saying he's here, and that one is here. For me, it's all about consistency. He just wants to verify that they're actually there, and the more signals you get, it's better. It doesn't have to be a link. Even the NEP is enough. So if you're just mentioned, it's already enough. Even the name can already make it.
It makes sense, but have you got any experience that actually has some kind of advantage?
It's very difficult to test. Because you change one thing and you are wait. Was it that? I don't know. So what I can say is that we did, for instance, my American colleague literally worked with Lightspark. We paid them and say, I want you to make these kind of directories. We waited 3 months and they came back with a report saying, here, this and this happened. Is that for cause by them? I cannot tell you. But the result was positive. And not 1%, sometimes 20 to 30%. So I tend to believe then that yes, it does make a difference. But can I guarantee you that? I don't think anybody can. And if you know somebody who can, please contact me. I don't think it's possible. All right? One more.
So just to comment on the question about Greek, there's another solution based in Belgium or Microsoft. They do also local marketing, and on their website they mention quality, so I assume that's also a place. So it's this company, it's not only about managing the local assets, but also for how can I communicate with local messages, via small communities or.
I might reach out to them because what they told me is that it's only possible manually. So meaning somebody goes in, makes your post, posts it, and goes to the next one. But they expire every 7 days. Good luck with that. It's a very manual and costly thing. But thank you.
No, I'm not sure if you mentioned that for the Q&A that you need to go in Google, search for your own, you can manage it through the API, no?
They opened it up 6 months ago, I think. And of course, also these companies like Yext will jump on it and give you this information, and you can reply like you know. So yes, it is now available to the API. I'm quite sure that the majority of the population does not do this, or you know, it's not that easy, of course. So yes, it is indeed available. Let's see how that gives. I don't understand Google from a perspective that it gives you something, which I think is very valuable, by the way, because people can answer you, can ask you a question, it's very valuable information, and you can reply to it. But you cannot do it in a big volume. If you have one location, maybe that's it. Or you don't know when they ask the question because it doesn't give you a notification. It's very, very contradictory. That's why I think that it's going to be a paid service. These kind of things in the future will be there, but you will have to pay. Who doesn't want to have questions from your clients? I think everybody does it.
Or you can have a free service without, where you then need to Google yourself and answer. And then with the paid service, maybe you can get a.
I don't know, it's a mystery to me, but I feel that because this information, they know it's so valuable, they will use it in the future. And by the way, the survey, because I did one of these questions were, are you willing to pay for it? Small thing.
Deal with multiple languages.
these things are only in one language. GMB is only exists in one, so you have to choose. If you, for instance, have many landing pages in many languages, choose your predominant. Yeah, you use your predominant language and go for that. You cannot do both.
Yeah, also for the athletes. Like in the rest of
Very good question. Choose your predominant one and go for it. There is no way to do both. It's not possible. Maybe for directories or stuff, maybe, but for GMB link places, there's only one. Not. So you have to make a choice. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin and Lisbeth. It was very interesting. And now we can have some drinks. Beatles are coming. He's coming. So take up and you can just go for some drinks. Hello. Sorry, go ahead.
Dit is